Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Mind Over Matter with Sanket. In the previous episode, I talked to you about the fundamentals of brain waves. In this episode, I'll be talking about one among these 5 brain waves, that is the delta wave. Delta wave is generally associated with meditation and a state of deep, dreamless sleep. Delta waves are mostly prominent in infants and small children, and in adults, it is abundant in meditation practitioners. Delta waves are generally related with regeneration and healing, and this is what happens in deep sleep. Meditators tend to have a higher quantity of delta waves, and corresponding to this, they also have certain qualities. The first quality, meditators generally have very deep sleep, due to which they require minimum amount of sleep every night. This is because even though the quantity of their sleep is less, the quality of their sleep, that is the depth of their sleep, is very good. Due to this, they can function very well even with minimum sleep. Similarly, people have also talked about having profound experiences due to the presence of delta waves. Meditators have talked about them connecting to the infinite intelligence or connecting to the cosmos when they have an overflow of delta waves. Similarly, the other characteristics of meditators, or say someone with an abundance of delta waves, is the sense of empathy. The meaning of this is that they are more considerate to what other people might feel, and they try to understand the emotions of everyone around them. Similarly, researchers have also proven that an abundance of delta waves stimulates our pituitary gland, and that it also stimulates the production of growth hormones in children. Hence, if physical growth is what a child desires, it is recommended that the child starts meditating from an early age, because this is the time when the growth hormone is most active. People generally think that intoxicating themselves with alcohol before going to sleep helps them to have deep, relaxed sleep. Although it is true that delta waves is produced when someone is intoxicated with alcohol, in a similar manner, alpha waves are also produced, and this disrupts the restorative sleep that a person can have when only delta waves are released. Hence, although alcohol might seem to give a deep sleep for a certain time, it disrupts our circadian rhythm and disrupts our flow of sleep. It is due to this that people generally feel a sense of hangover the next day after they consume alcohol. The balanced production of delta waves in people's brain has been linked with the production of good chemicals like dopamine, oxytocin, and serotonin. It has also been linked with the production of anti-aging hormones and also to reduce the stress hormone, which is cortisol. While meditation and binaural beats might be positive ways to activate delta waves, the use of psychoactive drugs might not be recommended for people, because although it does produce delta waves, sometimes it might go out of hand and might lead to severe conditions like schizophrenia and Parkinson's disease. Another good way to produce more delta waves is through a ketogenic diet. This means having more fats and less carbohydrate. Now, there are some drawbacks that might be there if there is overproduction of delta waves. Although I talked about people being compassionate and considerate when there is a good proportion of delta waves in their brain, having too much of it can make a person an emotional baggage. This means that the person can be too caught up in other people's feelings and might lose their own track. Similarly, too much of delta waves in the brain might also lead people to be totally oblivious of their external surroundings, due to which they might not be able to accustom to their life situation. In addition to that, excessive production of delta waves is also found in cases of brain injury and diseases like attention deficit hyperactivity disorder or ADHD. This is generally the case when delta waves are produced by intoxication of different psychoactive drugs. In this video, I talked to you about how delta wave is a wave with the least frequency, and that it is generally related to restoration and healing, and also to relaxation, which we get from meditation and deep sleep. I talked to you about how meditators have a good proportion of delta waves, which makes them empathetic. I talked about how meditators have a good proportion of delta waves, which makes them considerate to other people's feelings, and also giving them access to profound experiences like the feeling of connecting to the cosmos. Similarly, I also talked about some positive ways in which we can activate our delta waves, namely meditation, binaural beats, and ketogenic diets, and some methods which we should avoid, like the consumption of alcohol or other psychoactive drugs. Moreover, I also talked about how overproduction of delta waves might also be dangerous, considering the fact that it might lead to fogginess of brain and lack of concentration. On an end note, it is important to realize that all brainwaves have their own peculiarity and their own importance, but balance is always the key. If you like the content in this video, do not forget to press the like button. Also, if you like whatever is happening here at Sound Health Solutions, do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Until next time.